Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Siege video. Today we're going against GrumpyOG and N.U.E. I think we've met GrumpyOG a couple times. Probably this is our second time this season. And N.U.E. probably the second time as well. Maybe third. Can't tell for sure. To show you guys what happened last Siege, we did get third place. But we did bring up our win rate to 86%, which was a lot higher than I thought it would be, because we opened really horribly. But it looks like our guild was able to bring that back up. I went 9-1. Man, my defense was put up a lot. 115. Holy cow. Right now, I did do 4 attacks. And I did record a couple of them. So I'm going to show that to you guys. So let's look at those videos first. And then if any tower opens up while I'm on, I'll try to record it. If not, it'll be just more recordings later on. I don't think I recorded my first offense. The first offense was my Leah team, and that won. The winning streak is continuing with that cleave. So the second defense I hit was this Conrad defense, I believe that's what you call it. And this is usually pretty safe, but it didn't go as planned. So I do kill the Conrad turn 1. I think that's usually the plan. And I just try to put a glancing on this unit, but it countered and then it just went ham. I think it proc 3 times. So it took a total of 4 turns and I lost my Mihang. And that was sadly game. I maybe made a wrong decision here. I had a window. I don't know if I would have won if I made a different choice. So the window was to kill off the Robo rather than killing off the Grego. But I thought Grego being on Violent, the Robo is also on Violent, but the fact that he could defense break on skill 2 and also stun, well, I guess the Robo could do that too. I just thought it was a bigger threat. And that was probably my downfall, and maybe I had a higher chance of winning, but you see that damage is no joke, especially if I kill off one more unit, it's only going to get stronger. So I think here my Copper does have skill 3, I give it a turn, and I just kill the Grego. Maybe I should have killed the Robo here, because now I just don't have a turn to kill this guy, because he just keeps proccing. He comes back, he keeps using self-destruct, he always has that invincibility, and sadly, without Imasetti, without the defense buff, I don't do enough damage. So if I had skill 3 here, I think obviously I've won. And you see that proc, he heals up, he procced again, and then at this point, it doesn't matter if I get skill 3 or not, because usually these units are built very tanky. And you can see that he does defense break too. We can't use skill 3 there. But it didn't matter because I used skill 3 without defense break and I just don't go through him. I did crit because he is a water unit. But yeah, you see only 6,000 damage. I even tried it in the original form, not this, whatever form that is, the passive form. But with him just keep proccing like that, he just gets his self-destruct up all the time because he's doing self-destruct. So I don't even get a chance to use skill 3 when he's in his normal form. You could tell that I'm not using skill 3, or I don't even try to, because I know that in this form it doesn't hit it hard enough. It doesn't ignore defense. But I just don't even get the chance, I believe. So he just keeps using self-destruct. I just don't get the chance to use it. So sadly, that was all I could do. Just watch myself lose. It was a pretty sad game. The Grego definitely did me dirty turn 1. Maybe I shouldn't have hit her. Maybe I shouldn't have hit him. But really, it was a revenge that did barely any damage. And also, he procced 3 times. You can't even control the procs, right? Now, this one was the 3rd battle. I almost lost this too. Probably because I made the wrong choice again. Or maybe it was the right choice. Because I saved my Fenneca here. And again, the Escher procs multiple times to get the kill. Yeah, he procced again. My Kinky is gone. So I'm like, okay, I lost, but Fenneca shines. Because look at how many times we reset their cooldown. So look, 5 turns for that, 6 turns for that, 7 turns. We increase cooldown so many times with those multi-hits. I think it's per hit. So right now, if you look at Escher's turns, 4 hits until he gets skill 3 again. So we are very lucky. Look at that. The Choco Knight, 8 turns for skill 3. That's insane. So thankfully, even though that Escher procs a bajillion times and so does that Choco Knight, we are able to push back their skills for so long that they just can't use their skills anymore. Look at that. Even here, Escher does not have the skills, even until now. And Fenneca now does have skill 2. Thankfully, the Escher didn't lap, so we were able to get that in. We actually killed the Escher, which is crucial because we can't win unless we kill their healer, right? They have sustain and we can't win this. But because we got rid of that sustain, it's no brainer. We won this now. And look at how many turns. Look at that, 5 turns for skill 2 and skill 3. 4 turns for skill 2 and skill 3. It's just an awesome unit. I just get to do this multiple times until I win this. Look at that, no sustain, no pushback, no defense break with all the resets. And we have skill 2 again. So now, because it is a light unit, they're only going to hit Fenneca. They're just going to be continuously resetting their own skills over and over again. I am thinking of making the Fenneca a little faster because I think if it's too slow, or I mean, it was very close where the Escher did lap and got his skill 2 back up again. If that happened, we probably would have lost. But thankfully, that did not happen. And I guess we were still pretty lucky with the... Who's that guy? With the Dark Series, not stunning as much because you did verify that it was on Despair. Next battle was against a more Savannah Tessarion. I guess I switched to Jessica, sorry. And there are some flaws with this offense, not the defense, the offense, because if Tessarion dies, it's probably GG. And Tessarion's gonna only go for Fang, sadly. But we were very lucky where Savannah did not use skill 3, did not proc from the Tessarion, so we were able to bring back and cleanse that defense break. So I think from here, we're in a pretty safe state because we have defense buff and such. Like right there, if we didn't have defense buff, there's a good chance that Savannah was gonna defense break. I think I just try to dismount the Savannah because you don't want the chance of strip or skill 3. But maybe I made a mistake here. Maybe I should have dismounted there because he did strip, or she did strip all those buffs on Alaya. Thankfully, Alaya did get skill 4. And Tessarion just killed itself. So with that, it was a win. Because really, it can't come back. Even if Alaya dies here, I think Fang wins this. Especially with Jessica. My Jessica is also now on Destroy 2. I'm trying to get it as tanky as possible, as I've noticed that it can get destroyed from raw damage. I was bringing out Jessica against all these dark units for a tank, but I've noticed that raw damage is insane. I think most of the damage is coming from additional damage, and if I want to survive that, the only way I could do it is by probably giving it as much HP as I could. I still need to find the proper build for Jessica there, but haven't been using swap for a while. So those are the few attacks I've done, and I'm just waiting for more towers to open up. It looks pretty rough for us because we did use 58% of our attacks. Our win rate is very good, 95%. I did lose one, as you guys saw there. So we're 3-1. Okay, we got 2 defense. Whoa, Ash Flare. 7-8, 7-9. Dude, what are these defense wins? I have to really up my game, huh? GrumpyOG has 86% and N.U.E has 71%. That's really low. GrumpyOG only used 32% of their attacks, 86% win rate, but that's not like low. So yeah, looking at the map, it is pretty hard. Hey guys, I'm back. Sadly, the siege went on for 2 days, and on the second day, I was extremely busy. I couldn't do the battles on a recording real time, so I'll have to show you guys the pre-recorded videos, and I'll be talking to those, but it will show you guys why G3 is extremely difficult, or at least for me, because as a busy person on certain days, it is not fun. And I'll show you guys what that means. Okay, so I hit this defense with a Bayek Camilla with Angela? That's not Angela. What's the fire one's name? I'll probably show the builds, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. I was hoping that this kind of counters the pushback coming in, but it wasn't enough because she dies right there. I don't know what I was thinking. The more stunned way too many times, I had to try and demount that Savannah quickly, which I really didn't get. I think maybe that was a bad idea. The better idea was to kill Tessarion first. But nonetheless, whether or not I made a different choice, I think it wouldn't have went on my favor. As soon as that support unit died, the chances of me winning went down drastically. I really spoke up to what I said when this CS started. I said, guys, we could do this if we have a good win rate, and sorry about that. Because I did horribly this siege, probably the worst siege I've ever played. But I was outside. I just didn't have the time to look at the counters and stuff, so I played poorly. It could be an excuse, probably is, but I was outside, So in this state, there's no way we could win because the Tessarion's alive. He is gonna land the Oblivion, which means it's GG for my Camilla. Look at that, look at that. Yup, just see it go. Perfect. So that's how I lost there. Then I hit this defense with my Belial Camilla Reina, which I wasn't too afraid of, but I figured that Nora is actually pretty good against this offense due to the dots. It actually does good damage. I think that if the Nora performed a little more, it could have won. You can see this is a total. You can see this is a recording, so I'm doing it in extra fast speed. But I think I first killed the Chandra because Chandra was giving the boost way too many times, as it was also on a violent build. You can see that Rina is getting dotted to death. Here I just killed Chandra. And yep. I think Rina does actually die eventually due to those dots. And actually the Fermion doing a lot of damage. The one downside for this defense was that the Fermion was not on Destroy. So you can see that there is no destroyed HP on any of my units, and that was the only reason I was able to win this. Look at those dots coming on to Camilla. It is actually doing a lot of damage that I hoped for. But thankfully, we were able to cycle our turns where our Belial is the only thing left. Sorry, where the Fermion is the only thing left, and we won that. I think I stopped it as soon as I killed that. We procced, but the dot killed ourselves, so. But we do have skill to the next time the Belial comes back. There it is. Boom. Nora's dead. And that's game. Because the Fermion not on Destroy cannot kill Camilla. Now here, I think I got a little too cocky. I went into this Nana, Pyeongchul, and Giselle, which I usually do, to be honest. But this one was ruined a lot better than mine. And it cost me the game. I think most of these have a lot more accuracy than I do because my offense that I took here are on all 100 res. But for some reason, that Pyeongchul was stunning and stripping really well, while my Pyeongchul was not able to do that. So that has to be a rune quality difference, right? Because that just means that the opponent's defense runed up has more accuracy plus the resistance plus all the stats that he wants, while as I don't have that. I have the resistance, I probably have the tankiness, but I don't have the accuracy because I was just relying on Nana's accuracy, the 44%. But even with that, if the unit itself only has 10% accuracy and they're on max res, the chances of me actually doing the debuffs or stealing buffs is really low. So you could see I am already in a very tough spot because I couldn't strip any of those buffs. And it looks like my Nana goes down right there. That's probably it. Because I am in no position to get another stack. And it looks like Nana is going to die here, giving them a third stack. And that's just GG. And look how well they are debuffing my units. Getting the defense break, getting the stuns. It was GG. Here too, I already used skill 2. I can't take those off. Take those invincibility off. So I can't do anything for 2 more turns. While as I'm pretty sure their Pyeongchar now has skill 2. See, we don't even land any stuns. It was just horrible. Horrible. And this is just simply a rune quality difference. See, I don't strip anything there. Yeah, I mean, there should be a better team to deal with this, but I just got cocky with myself as I brought this in multiple times and did get multiple wins before, but it's just I was lucky, or maybe those weren't ruined as well, and I just met my master. I just met a player that had it ruined better, and it bit me to the butt. But yeah, I have to kill that Nana, what, three times plus for me to win. And I think here Pyeongchar, the opponent Pyeongchar, finally does get a stun on my Pyeongchar, which seals the deal. Boom, I think right here, stuns, and I'm done. I guess the stun wasn't even needed, but yeah, with that, I can't come back from this, so there's another loss. This one was the next one, and the only thing that I had to care about was it being a defense trap, or Sonya trap, sorry. So I even thought of bringing in Cassandra instead, but I think if I did, they might outspeed or cut in. So I just went with Sonya, went with the hope that it wasn't a defense or Sonya trap, and it wasn't. So I was able to get that win. I actually didn't think that I would lose my Sonya here by Clara, but the Clara actually does kill the Sonya. Obviously because of that attack buff, it doesn't glance. There it is. It looks like it was also on the crit rate type of build, so, but thankfully Mie, it's more than enough to clean up that that Clara. Thankfully, it didn't get a stun, it didn't get any defense breaks with those skills, and I was able to get this win from that. I don't know what I was thinking when I brought in this offense, but I guess I was just really eager to put in a attack in, because it felt like I wouldn't have a chance to do so sooner or later, as I had stuff to do. But I've noticed that my Royd is not a good addition here, especially when I have to hit that Vritra. And my Royd does not have the window to control any other unit, because yeah, that threat state keeps coming up, and I have to hit the Vritra. I can't control any other unit. So I really don't know what I was thinking here. I was being a stupid player, a stupid member in the guild, not really contributing anything. So you can see that I am just stuck in this endless loop where I have to hit the Vritra with Royd. Sadly, I don't get a couple of turns with Harg. I tried to put attack break here because I know if I don't, Royd is dead. And with that, Royd was dead. So that was the game. There's no coming back here because the Royd doesn't do anything. Sorry, not the Royd. The DS doesn't do anything. Well ruined also on the Vritra because it was landing all those defense breaks and debuffs when the units were 100 res. Other than Royd, I believe. So that was a loss too. But I did come back into this defense because I knew everything was on violent, so I just used the Julie team. Now I know that it does have a... What is that? I forgot her name, but she survives because she's a win unit. Which is all fine because my Bernard is on a crit rate build. We do lap being so quick. I believe I go for defense break, yeah. Go for another speed buff just so I could get a little more damage with my Bernard once he moves. Thankfully, even with the attack buff, we were able to kill that Vitra. Good thing it wasn't on violent. But with that, one of my worst performing sieges, and it wasn't like the guilds were that strong either. I just didn't think straight because I was so busy. In the end, we got 6-4. I was last place. That's the first, right? We did end with a 91% win rate. I definitely contribute to that a lot. GrumpyOG had 84% and N.U.E had 75%. We got second place. This is how the map looked like in the end. I just do a lot worse when the siege goes into the second day, because the second day I can't decide on when to attack, as usually it ends before I leave work. So it was pretty unfortunate. Yeah, but we did have the best win rate, 91, 84, 75. I played horribly.